Hey guys, Dr. Sean here, and it's time for another product review. So today's not a cannabis product review, but it's somewhat related to cannabis. I'm reviewing the P.E.A. Activate supplement from AOR, which comes in two forms. There's a capsule form and a lozenge form. This is the lozenge form. So PEA stands for palmitoyl ethanol amide, and it's a fatty acid that we get certain small amounts in some dietary stuff that we eat, particularly eggs, meats, and peanuts have it as well, and cheeses too. And we also produce some of it naturally in our body in times of stress. So it's kind of like an endocannabinoid. In fact, a lot of the research points to effects similar to endocannabinoids with PEA. We produce it in these times where our body's under stress, and it creates this sort of homeostatic environment. So it was really my hope that this might replace or be an alternative to cannabidiol, CBD, because CBD is just so effective for so many of my patients and myself. I've had great results with taking CBD, but it's sort of annoying if you want to travel somewhere and CBD is not allowed or is illegal where you're traveling. So this would have been a great sort of substitute for that. So I've been taking this for the past 5 days. So not a whole lot of time, but honestly with things like CBD and cannabis in general, I find they act really quickly. Like you don't have to wait weeks and weeks and weeks for it to get results. So I was hoping something similar to that with the PEA supplement. Anyways, let's first start with its taste. So the lozenge comes in these small little white discs. I'll actually take one out. So they look like that, and pop it in. You could chew it, you could take it with or without food, and honestly it tastes like sweetened chalk. So it's not great, but you kind of get used to it. And what I found was, and these are my personal results or feelings with this supplement, is that I seem to get sort of a CBD-like effect within about 10 minutes after taking it, but it's short-lived. Like that maybe lasts for, and it's sort of like this kind of, when I first took it, I felt a little bit lightheaded actually. And now it's sort of like a little bit of like a relaxation, similar to CBD, or if you would take a CBD supplement. But it only lasts, I find, for maybe an hour, so it's kind of short-lived. So all in all, I haven't been super excited with the results I got from this supplement. It might be good for sort of as needed scenarios where you're under a lot of stress and you just need something to act sort of quickly and short-lived. That's where I think this might shine. Now it's possible that I need to be taking this sort of more long-term to feel some of the effects, and it's also possible that, a lot of the research for PEA has been in treating neuropathic pain, which I sort of don't really have. But I will say, like, I did a review of a CBD supplement just before this one, and I wasn't sore at all. So I climb a lot, my muscles get sore very quickly, and when I was taking the CBD supplement, I felt great. That muscle soreness has been an issue for me since I stopped taking the CBD and went on to the PEA. So in summary, I would say it's an interesting supplement. I don't think it completely replaces CBD, but it does seem to have a similar short-lived, short-acting effect similar to CBD. So, if you're in a stressful day, or having a stressful day or a stressful scenario in life and you needed something to act really quickly, this might be a good option. But so that's it. Check it out. It's an interesting supplement. There is a good wealth of research. The most research I found for this was in treating, as I said, neuropathic pain, and then there was also a paper on using PEA for Alzheimer's. So in the whole field of neurological research, it's kind of interesting. And it does sort of act like an endocannabinoid in the body when you look into the research and how PEA acts in the body. So I would say that maybe for long-term use, it might have a similar effect to something like CBD for an endocannabinoid system. But in the short term, I didn't find it as effective as CBD. It's not exactly a replacement for CBD. It does have some interesting relaxing properties to it, but they're really short-lived. I'm going to give the PEA Activate a rating of a 6 out of 10. And because it does have some interesting potential and some interesting effects, but it's definitely not a home run in terms of being a replacement for CBD. So I hope you guys learned a little bit about that and enjoyed that review. And don't forget to subscribe and comment. I'll be back shortly with a new cannabis product review, so tune in.